Hey guys, it's Quirky Turtle back with another Ember Knights video, and in this video I'm doing a long-awaited challenge, which is looping until I get Stewards, or until I get every single relic in the game. So first things first, what Ember tree am I going to be using? I'll be using Earned Vitality, Earned Power, Easy Money, which is a different one, but I think this is the best one for looping, Confident, Guardian Angel, Keen Eye, because obviously I want that higher chance of getting more relics out of the run. And I'm not 100% sure if this is the most beneficial one, because it could be Treasure Hunter as well, but I'm going with Keen Eye for now. Skill Dice, Bonus Gems, which, just get a bunch of stats basically. Fortunate, which you might think is kind of a throw, but since I'll be looping a lot, I should be getting a lot of stat selectors, and hopefully I can double a bunch of stats. Super reroll, because obviously it's just the best thing ever, since you just can reroll one time per world after you've used all your other rerolls, which is amazing. And I will be using Hammer, which I think is probably the best weapon just because of the defensive stance. Gives me 35% damage reduction. On Volcanic Rift is also a lot of ticks or a lot of damage. And then Safeguard just to be, safe. I could go with Battle Rhythm or whatever, but I think having a little bit of armor is going to be a little bit more beneficial on the ultimate mod. Overcharge is always good to have on. There's no downside to it. I'm going to quickly change the modifiers to default and swap on over to easy mode before I forget to do that, because this will make it really easy. And then I'm taking Titan's War Gear as a starting relic, and then a Toxic Bangle and 2 Gilded Remains. So if you don't know, a Toxic Bangle applies poison to an enemy when you hit them with your weapon attack, and then Gilded Remains, when you defeat a poisoned enemy, it drops gold. This is one of the only gold gaining relics in the game, and it levels up to 3, which is 15 gold, which makes it way easier. So that is going to be the way I get gold, and the goal is to basically kill as many enemies with poison, get as much gold as possible for every single shop, so that I can buy out the entirety of every shop. So I can get like 3 relics in a shop and so on, right? It's like 4 relics a world basically. Or more if I'm lucky, but that's the plan. So let's do it. So once again, no difficulty modifiers, and I'm playing on easy mode, so I get that 20% damage reduction. Now I could have done some runs previously and got the damage reduction up to 80% on easy mode, but it's not a big deal, and I can't be bothered to do some setup runs right now. So with that being said, this is going to be a long challenge, but hopefully we can pull it off. I have done this before, so I think we're using the right path, but it is what it is. We'll just have to go with the flow here. Also, Knight's Charge is a good pickup, plus I don't have to use any rerolls. And it's basically just move speed, which is all I really need at the start, on Hammer at least. Like, nothing else really matters. Combustion Stone is beautiful. That is a lot of damage. And enemies can be burning and be poisoned at the same time, or simultaneously, which is once again just crazy. Now we got health, but I don't want to double that gem yet. So I'm going to double this big gem. Actually, I forgot, I'm not even running Refinery, so it doesn't even matter. I always think I'm running Refinery because I always run Refinery, so as soon as I'm off Refinery, which is one of the Ember Tree upgrades, it just feels really weird to just pick up every single gem. I only took 4 damage by standing in that puddle. Okay, I forgot how easy this game is on easy mode, because just nothing does any damage. That was the first time I took damage, or like health damage, which is kind of crazy. So we're just gonna keep going to health gems and stuff, get as much gold as possible from killing these enemies, because I want to be at 999 before the first shop, or for the first shop, I guess, which we're pretty close. Can't remember how much gold the boss drops, so I don't know if we're gonna make it to 999 or not. We're at 900, so we need 99 from this. I don't think we're gonna get 99 from this mini boss. We got 40 gold out of that. Not bad. I mean, we still got a lot of gold here. Also, we're not going to care about what we grab. We're just going to grab everything. The more relics, the better. And that's pretty much all I can say. Just the more relics, the better. Skill, yeah, dice is really strong. Like, really strong right now. I think I go health here. Because I know as soon as we get to, like, loops 5, loop 6 kind of thing, you start to take a ton of damage. Like, a ridiculous amount of damage. So we got Bob. We could toss in all of the relics we just got to Bob. And, pretty much just pray for better stuff. Flawless Brace ain't bad. Flag Bomb ain't bad. Rejuve Glove is not bad at all. Magic Tome's not even terrible. This is actually pretty good. Flag Bomb's good because obviously I can just AoE clear now. Or at least AoE poison, which is pretty nice. Wow, last little gilded remains. Okay, wow. That's actually really early. Like, really early. Level 3 gilded, like, basically off rip. It's crazy. I will be farming the gold for sure. Already at 700 roughly? 670? That's a lot of gold. Easy 2 cycle. Once again, the DPS is just gonna go crazy. Also, we got a relic. Okay. Hit the 25% chance. Amazing. And care pack, obviously. I mean, if we didn't get care pack, we were just kind of throwing. Yeah, we just go health. Honestly, health is the only thing that we're gonna just constantly scale. If we get it as an option, we're just gonna take it. Because damage will come. Health, it's just so hard to scale health. Alright, where are we getting here? Chrono or Stun? Sorry. Chronograph, Archangels, or Impact Charm. Honestly, we could go with an Archangels. It's not like we had many choices, like, the rarities were all the same, so it's not like we can just, you know, take the higher rarity one, because it's going to be hard to find later. We didn't really have that option. Also, I'm already at 999 on gold. Also, we got a Mimic King. Ooh. This is where I feel like Treasure Hunter would have been better. Because Treasure Hunter is actually crazy on Mimic Kings. Like, really ridiculous. I've gotten like 8-9 relics out of a Mimic King before, which is once again crazy. That was with doing the minigame, which I'm going to do, because obviously minigame is much better than just getting one random relic. One random epic, that is, though. Where in here you can actually get relics out of the chests. So as long as I can open enough chests and or get enough mimics out in time, I should be able to get it, or win the challenge, and thus get a relic selector. Yeah, I kind of got scared that we weren't going to complete that, but we did. There's only a few seconds left on the timer when we popped out the last mimic. None of these are amazing, but might as well just take Full Claw, I guess. I don't know, they're all meh. I feel like Cloak and Dagger is probably better than Knight's Charge. I'm a super reroll for that beautiful health gem that got doubled. Amazing. So if you don't know, that's what Fortunate does on the Ember tree. Fortunate gives you a 25% chance that one of the options in a stat selector will be doubled. So as you saw there, the health gem was doubled, so you gain double the stats. Actually ridiculous, to be honest. But it's just such a low chance of it happening that it makes it kind of hard to pick up over the others. Like, the other options aren't bad. They're more consistent for sure. There we got another shop. Chester. I mean, I guess we take him. And then we just grab these two. Chester might help us scale here, although I think he's already outscaled, so I don't know. Maybe I have to really feed him some kills. Yeah, there you go. He got a kill for us, which is always good. You got a Relic of the bag. Huge. I know that there's 2 apples over here. There's 2 more apples here. We smack those, get the max HP. Alright, 200 health going to A2 boss. Not bad at all. Is Chester dead? Chester's definitely dead. Easy. Easy boss fight. We got a bonus gem as well. Cool. So we're at 108 on move speed. Not sure how much more move speed we actually want. So I'm just gonna take damage here. Let's go. We got the best possible curse, which is Bane of Mortality. When you receive damage, you lose that much max HP. But that doesn't matter because nothing's dealing too much damage, and the benefit is so good. Whenever you defeat a boss or mini-boss, gain 25 max HP. Once again, it is ridiculous. This is how you scale for late game, especially if you want to do many, many loops. It's just a necessity to be able to get a lot of max health for late game. Once again, late game comes very fast. I mean, very fast. Once you get to like loop 2, it's just scaling galore and enemies actually start dealing so much damage. So you just need to be ready. And in order to be ready, you need to have a ton of max health. Like, I mean, a ton of it. Doubled damage. I have to take it. Like, I can't say no to something that got doubled. I could buy all 3 of these, but is it worth it? I guess it is worth it to just buy out the entire shop. Just things are, like, legendaries are really expensive, so that's why I'm not sure if it was worth it. Chester is a good investment early on, and then becomes a terrible investment late game. Alright, A3 mini-boss. We got Big Yule. This fight's just gonna be annoying. Not hard, just annoying. Actually, maybe not even that annoying. Alright, 271 on health right now. It's actually a lot. Like a lot. Jester, can you get that kill? Jester? 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 Come on, Jester, one more bite. Let's go. Alright, here we go. A3 boss fight. On initial loop, or initial run, I guess. Wow. That's actually really fast. Oh, we got a relic out of it as well. Let's go. And a bonus gem. Nice. Alright, Chester's being outscaled, and Chester is not doing anything now. Also, Decayed Scepter allows me to actually use my skills, but then again, Sun Powder is pretty crazy. We take Decayed. I'm gonna super reroll for that health. Yep. Oh, we got Cleanup Crew. I haven't seen Cleanup Crew in a little while, so this will be slightly, mildly interesting, maybe. Probably not, actually. Yeah, not really interesting. Yeah, just fast. Ooh, we got another relic. And we need to upgrade anything that is low cost. So, Rejuve Glove, another Rejuve Glove, and then... Oh, can you... wait. Oh, you can only ever upgrade 2 things. Wow, okay, refiners suck then. Or maybe I just really need discount card. Maybe that's the difference. Discount card will allow me to upgrade 3 things. 3 low tier things. Well, I don't have a lot of gold for the shop, but I can buy 3 relics, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, let's do it. A4 boss, here we go. We got a bonus gem, nice. No relic though, which is obviously unfortunate, but at the same time makes sense. Grab the health. We're almost at 500 health, which is really, really high. I should do every single room for all of the stats, but I don't know if I'm going to or not. Also, I'm just gonna do all of them, because why not? There's literally no reason not to do all of the rooms. It's just scaling damage and stuff that I get out of these. Grab all these gems, and on to second half we go. Refinement. Okay, well, might as well go refinement first. I think just a combustion stone will make my life a lot easier. Yeah, level 2 combustion stone's kinda crazy. Alright, 3 more rooms left. Might as well go skill selector. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just kind of looking at this point. Might as well take bolts though. Bolts is always good. What's funny is that we're almost back at 999 gold. Which is really funny, because in A5 you don't get gold for killing enemies. So being able to gain gold in A5 is just really crazy. Like, stupid strong. Alright, so before we actually enter the boss fight, I want to go over how many relics I actually got out of the first loop. So with that being said, obviously we started with Titan's Wargear, a Toxic Spangle, and 2 Gilded Remains. So we started with 4 relics, and then we're just going to add on from there. So if I did count correctly, we have 33 relics going to A5 boss fight, or final boss fight. That is a lot of relics. Now, they're not all good relics, but it's a lot of relics, and that's all you really need to to max out all the relics. You just want as many relics as possible, as fast as possible, so that you don't have to do too many loops, which 33 is good. There's 111 relics, which is, once again, ridiculous. However, the curses don't really count, so realistically there's only 103. Which is, once again, a lot, but not a ton. And we just continue. Keep looping as long as possible. Back into it. Loop 1. Let's get it started. Alright, so we're at a shop. Things are really cheap, and we're just gonna buy out the entire shop. Core charge, might as well grab that. Yeah, I'll just face tank all of that, I guess. Darkness. Alright, shop. Double legendary. As we near the end of loop 1, just about entering the final boss fight. Once again, count how many relics we have. Wow, 55 relics at the end of loop 1. Wow. Alright, well, let's see what Praxis has for us. Alright, not bad. I mean, we're at 1 tapping him down to phases, which is kind of a little scary. But we are bursting him down, which is totally fine. Alright, not bad. On to loop 2. Lethal Venom, I guess, yeah. Loop 2, A1 boss. Igniza. Let's go. And one cycled. Alright, so we're approaching the end of loop 2. And let's go over how many relics we have. Alright, we completed the loop 2 at 1 hour and 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So, start of loop 3. Let's go. Alright, so as we near the end of loop 3, let's just do an overview of stats and the amount of relics we have. So our stats are at 2494 health, which is quite a lot. We've gained 1000 health from stats, 912 damage, 70 from stats, 755% skill damage, 320% were from stat gems, 120% crits, 118 was from stat gems, so all of it was stat gems, 250% move speed, 85% from stat gems, and then we have so 105 relics at the end of loop 3. Wow. Okay. That's actually kind of crazy. Alright, let's end it. This fight is slightly harder. I can feel the DPS just falling off really hard. Alright, we're nearing the end of loop 4, and let's go over the stats. We're at 3113 for health, 1632 for damage, 1085 for skill damage, 151% on crit, and 279% speed. We're at over 1,000 stacks in Tyson's Warrior, which is crazy. And we have, let's see, 127 relics. Wow. We're close. We're getting closer, at least. Alright, let's do it. Loop 4. Final boss fight. Or praxis fight. Let's do it. loop 4 done. Finished loop 4 at 1 hour and 58 minutes and 12 seconds. Alright, well, as we come to the end of loop 5, we're at 3,700 health, 2,800 damage, 1,400% skill damage, 177% crit, 300% move speed, and about 1,170% on Titan's War Gear, which is kind of crazy. And we have 149 relics. We're getting there. We are getting there. All right, let's go. Loop 5, Praxis fight. I can't even see him attacking me. This is so bad. So, loop 5 was completed at 2 hours and 25 minutes and 13 seconds. Okay, we're approaching the end, I think. Maybe. Actually, never mind. We're not approaching the end of this. Alright. As we approach the end of, I believe, loop 6. Yes, the end of loop 6. We're at roughly 3 hours, or 5 minutes to 3 hours in game time. About 1250% on Titan's War Gear, and 4500 health, 4250 damage roughly, about 1800% skill damage, 200% crit, 337% move speed, and we have, let's see, $178 relics. That is crazy. That is ridiculous. We've got to be getting close. Also, this is Praxis fight, loop 6. Here we go. Next loop we might be able to get one shot, so we gotta play this really smart. Like, that phase took a long time, like a long time, which is not good. Oh my god, I deathified. Wait. Oh my god. Wait, that was so close. Oh my god. That was way too close. Loop 6 completed though. That's just under 3 hours in game time. Alright, so I forgot to do this before I started the boss fight, but this is loop 7. And yeah, we're done phase 1 of the boss fight because I forgot to do this, but let's quickly do a recount of all of the relics that I have right now. $203 relics. If I didn't miscount, 203 relics with roughly 1350% on Titan's War Gear. This is crazy. I've got to be getting close to Stewards. Also, I'm so close to the death, like, section where I'm just gonna get one-tapped by Praxis. Anyways, we're at the chase scene. Quickly go through the chase scene. Quickly, you know, kill Praxis, get to loop 8, and hopefully loop 8 will be the loop that we get the Steward's gift. Now, no guarantees, obviously, because I can't guarantee, and I don't know how many relics there is in the game. One thing I can guarantee, though, is that this game is getting really difficult to tell what the fuck is happening. There's too many things on screen. Okay, oh my god, bro, that was actually a scary boss fight. Alright, start of loop 8. Okay, we are really close. If I'm only getting one option in a relic selector, that means that this is the last relic that I need to upgrade. Well, I guess I was wrong. Why did I only get Twisted Fire Starter in that shop? Or in that relic selector? It's really weird. Well, I guess there's a few more that need levels. Well, this is loop. Let me double check. Loop 8 in A4. I'm getting Steward skipped as the only option in a relic selector, so take it. But I know I haven't maxed everything out yet, so that's really weird. I'll be honest, that's really weird. I'm 100% sure I don't have everything, because I know there's one more level on Wizard's Place. And another thing that I know is that I just used Spirit Shelter in the last A3 boss fight, so I know I can get Spirit Shelter back, which is really weird. Also, once we finish this room, I'll show you what Steward Skift does. So, Steward Skift, created by the stewards as a rite of passage, this special gift won't do you much good. So what it does is literally nothing. It does absolutely nothing, except give you this guy. Follow you around, the Steward. He just exists. He can tank a hit for you too. That's all I know. No relics to refine. Alright, well, I guess I've maxed out everything and you can't upgrade Steward Skift, I guess. Then it's clear. I have gotten every single relic in the game. And with that being said, it is loop 8, yes, in A4 after mini-boss, to be exact. Wow, that is crazy. I might lose at this boss fight, I'm not gonna lie. It is really difficult. I'm getting like 2 tapped, and it's very hard to see the screen. Alright, A4 boss fight. Let's do or die. It's the easier one, thank fucking god. If I got Warlord again, I would have been so mad. Oh my god. From taking 5k damage. What the hell is that? Oh my god. That fight is crazy, dude. Holy shit. That was a long as shit run. Well, I got Steward's gift. That is crazy. Only 11,000 kills? Wow. That on loop 8. Yikes. Alright, well, yeah. This is what every single relic in the game looks like. Minus Spirit Shelter, actually. Because I used Spirit Shelter in the last fight. Wow. Crazy. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it, and if you want to see more content like this, or more challenges like this, subscribe to my channel so you never miss anything else. And if you have any comments, suggestions, video ideas, or challenges, leave them in the comments. I read every single comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And for now, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!